Okay, I want to show you what I'm doing with the head of this little double bit hatchet while I've got it off the handle. I've always wanted to take and change the grind on this hatchet. It's got kind of a splitting type of grind. It's got a really steep grind. It's only about 1/8 of an inch from the edge to the bevel, to the edge of the bevel, and that's fine for, you know, utility type work and general tasks. But what I want is I want to bring this bevel back into a flatter bevel so I have a sharper cutting edge so that I could use it for just more hobby type of things like notching and things like that. So that's what I'm working on right now. So what I've done is, again, I've drawn the line of the bevel of where I want the bevel to be, and then what I'm doing is I also put, I'm hoping that this shows up. I know the lighting's not great and picking up bevels is really hard to do. So on this one here, I've got the line that I want, and then I've got ink on the edge so that I know I'm not going to hit that edge. I don't want to wipe that edge out. Okay, what I'm trying to do is remove all of this material here in between the edge and my new bevel line. Okay, so back to this one right here, you can see, well, not that one. Back to this one right here, you should be able to see pretty clearly a distinctive difference between the edge and the line, and a distinct hump, if you will, in the middle right there. Okay, so this one right here is my goal. You'll notice I got a lot flatter bevel now. It's still a curved bevel. It's not a flat bevel like a Scandinavian bevel. You know, still I don't know, what is that? Concave, convex. Still a convex bevel. But I've left the ink on the edge so that I know I haven't wiped out the edge. So what I do when I'm doing this type of stuff is, again, I put a line where I want the bevel to be, and then I put a nice fat line of ink on the edge itself, right on the edge, and then I work on the bevel and I start pushing that bevel back to the new bevel line. And once I get to the new bevel line, then I start working forward and start wiping out that line, this ink line, from the inside out just a little bit at a time. And my goal, again, is this one here. Okay, so we're going from this to this. So this is basically how I'm doing it. Really small cuts. I've got a stop here, a little wedge stop, just a washer. It's stopping the bevel itself. I'm not touching the edge. I'm not putting the edge up against the bolt itself. I'm letting the washer catch the taper. And then I'm just using a small bastard file, okay, a smooth bastard file, and I'm coming along and I'm just hitting that hump, and I'm just pushing that hump back a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And again, I just taking small cuts, and pushing that bevel back, push the bevel back, push the bevel back. And once I get that bevel back on my bevel line this way, where I'm kind of flat like this, and my line is kind of wiping out this line as I push. Once I get to where my strokes are wiping out this line, I'll get that line all nice and wiped out, and then I'll start coming back on the front line right here and just taking the line away a little bit at a time until I get a thin line on the edge itself. And then I'll finish that with a stone after I get the handle hung. So anyway, that's where I'm at with the head.